So just, 12, 13, 14 hours from now, Winnipeg's Rich Pope gets a chance to kick for $1 million. He can hit from 20, he can hit from 30. He was hitting from 35 in the one he won yesterday. Well, when we talked to him before, he was saying 40. Interesting.
Yeah.
The 50-yarder, the one for $1 million, that is a Herculean kick.
It's a tough one. I mean, it's obviously been done before.
Yeah,
but
one time.
yeah, we're going to have to see what happens. I think a lot of people will be glued to their TVs today to watch that.
The interesting part for me is that if he makes the 50-yarder, he wins $1 million. But if he doesn't, he gets $1,000 for every yard the ball travels. If you try to hoof it 50 yards, there's a chance you could chunk it and it goes 3 yards. So I'm interested what his strategy might be with that one. Do you just try to maximize the distance, or are you going for the whole thing? Because, I mean, to that point, maybe it depends on what happened up to that point, but there's some life-changing money that could have happened up to that point and figure, oh, what the heck.
Yeah, I mean, what is it, the 40? He gets $100,000 for that one?
$46,000 truck hits from the 30, $25,000 gift card from the 20. Oh, this is
a lot of great prizes at stake.
Yeah.
It's funny when you go back in the archives and watch what happened with some of the other kicks over the past few years. It's the Wendy's kick for $1 million. You can go to look it up online, and some people really choke.
Yeah.
Some people pull through. The person who did win that one time, $1 million, missed, I think, every single kick leading up to that one, and then nailed that one and walked away with $1 million. So there are so many formulas here where you can walk away with great things. Yeah,
you just hope he's able to focus in the moment and just do his best and win a bunch of money.
Yeah, so you wonder how Rich Pope is focusing. We're going to check in with him right after the break and see how he's preparing for his monumental feat coming up later this afternoon. 7:11, you're tuned into the morning news on Global Winnipeg. Thanks for joining us today. Well, tonight's Bomber game in Toronto will have an added level of excitement. Winnipegger Rich Pope will be kicking his way to $1 million and a bunch of other prizes during the Wendy's Kick for $1 Million halftime show. Rich joins us live from Toronto this morning by phone. Good morning, Rich, or should we say great morning?
Thanks, Eva. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So you found out yesterday through the semifinals that you moved on to the finals today. How is it waking up this morning? How do you feel? Is it sinking in?
It's kind of sinking in. I didn't get much sleep at all last night. It was the mind was racing about 100 miles an hour, and just kind of processing what happened yesterday and what could possibly happen today, I guess.
And another dramatic event yesterday. Let's take a look at some of the footage from your semifinals yesterday. So you and your competitor had 6 kicks, and whoever came out on top with the number of yards that you kicked and then the bonus one at the end would move on. And so the first 3 kicks you made, you missed, and you're generally pretty consistent. So what was going through your mind when you were missing those kicks and your opponents making some points?
Yeah, definitely didn't go the way I thought it was going to go for the first 3 kicks, that's for sure. I, for some reason, just kept making them go wide right. The first one was very ugly. The next 2 after that, I slowly started trying to get my technique a little bit better so that I could nail it a little bit straighter. But finally on the 4th or 5th kick, I was able to get it through the upright. So again, not as straight as I wanted, but I'm not really sure what was going on. Maybe the nerves kicked in and just kind of played a little bit into it and made me miss those first 3 ones. And after missing those first 3, I was definitely feeling under the gun for sure.
So what's the strategy then for today? Obviously, a lot more people in the stadium this time around. Yesterday, other than the people who were there to watch the kicks, it was empty, but tonight's game night.
Yeah, today is, I don't know, it feels a little easier because it's just me. I don't have to worry about what the other guy is going to do. I don't have to worry about, kicking from, where am I going to kick from? Am I going to start on the 35? Am I going to start on the 20? I know exactly where I'm kicking from and what I have to do. So I think in my mind anyway, I'm feeling that it's going to be easier today than it was yesterday just because there were so many unknowns yesterday.
Do you have anybody out there with you to celebrate when all this is happening?
I brought out a hockey buddy with me on the trip for Toronto here, and I've got a few friends that may or may not make the game here in Toronto tonight, but I'm sure that there'll be a few Bomber fans in the crowd at Rogers Centre tonight as well to help cheer me on.
Well, we are super excited for you. What are you most prepared for tonight?
My focus again is just like I said a million times, it seems, is just to try and kick that ball perfectly through the uprights. I know it's kind of the whole sports cliche of, keep the eye on the ball kind of thing, but that is my goal, is to try and straighten out my kick and hopefully nail all 4 kicks through the uprights. That would be the ultimate goal.
That would be awesome. We're definitely going to be watching and rooting for you, Rich. Hope it all goes well, and make sure you take a moment to just pause and soak it all in. Thanks for joining us today. Of course, that was Rich Pope, who's going to be kicking for a chance at $1 million at the Bomber game today in Toronto. It's the $1 million kick Winnipeggers will be keeping their eyes on. Rich Pope will be making the final kick in the Wendy's Kick for $1 Million contest later today. He inched out an Ontario man during yesterday's semifinals. The final kicks will be during halftime at tonight's Bombers Argo game in Toronto.
I certainly hope that there will be a viral video of our friend Rich Pope drilling a 50-yard field goal and taking $1 million out of TO tonight.
Can't wait to watch it. So the Bomber game starts at 6 o'clock, so halftime, that's when he's kicking for $1 million. He's got 4 kicks, so he's kicking from the 20, 30, 40, and 50. If he kicks the 50, he wins $1 million. There are prizes associated with the other ones as well.
He gets to keep whatever he kicks. It's not you trade one in for another. You kick all 4, you win all 4.
In the last kick, however many yards you get, that's how many $1,000 you get too.
If you don't get the $1 million.
Yeah. So he could walk away with well over $100,000 in prizes, over $1 million in prizes.
And he said he's looking for a truck.
Yeah, which is the 30-yard prize. That'd be great.
Might happen.
Best of luck, Rich. Man, that's going to be great.
We're out of time. We'll be back here tomorrow. No, we're not. We're back here Monday.
You're coming in alone. Mike will be
really busy tomorrow.
My honey, my baby, don't put my love on no shelf. She said don't give me no lines and keep your hands to yourself.